guys, Susanna here. Well, I'm back with my November prompt for the calendar, and it is, you know, this is my Susanna Stitcheries calendar, so it's based on Stitcheries that I've done. Except for the last one, it's a made-up one because it's a Christmas one. So this is what we did in one of the Roxy's Journal Stitcheries, where one of the prompts was like a cottage or something like that, and I really liked it, the way mine turned out. So I actually made a couple of little kits and made another one. I remember stitching this in the car when I was on a road trip, all these little French knots, and I think it's really cute. So that is my November. My November piece. Part of me is like, oh, can I just put that in there? Which I still may do. I haven't finished my October. I still need to do the actual October. Here's the dark. Then I've still got to go around there, but he's mostly done. So I've just got to finish the leaves, do the October. So I've got to come back to that. So, but I think he's really cute. Now, we keep going. Here's our piece. We're right. Okay. What I could probably do is, I mean, I haven't really got a place for this guy, so I could put him on there and have this as the background. Looks like I've got, I might pull it apart. There we go, quick unpick. Yeah, when I make these kits for everyone, I generally, you know, keep the most annoying piece for myself. Looks like it wasn't quite straight, so, but it's got an edging, so you can unpick and extend your piece. So how are we all going? So close to the finishing piece. I'll just sit there and nap with you while I do this job, which I didn't realise I had to do. And there you go, something pretty to look at. So yeah, so close. Won't be long before I'm you know, having to do the last bit of this, but putting it in. Still got those rolling pins somewhere. It'd be like a scroll by the time it's finished. You could almost put it on a spool and just roll it up and have it hanging down like one long thing. But I think it's sort of cute that it's a bit more interactive. So yeah, in November already. That's amazing. I'm currently in the background working on my my piece for the retreat. Like, I thought, while I'm working on it, I'll record, so then once the retreat's finished, I can show you guys the finished piece, and you get a tutorial of how I did it. You know, I think I need to iron it, unless I might do that on the top. It actually matches not too badly. And get the iron out for this part. Where are we? Could always do this. It generally goes straight. Yep, there we go. It was only a little bit out of line. Just needed a little bit. Tiny little scissors. Couldn't get the smaller one if I tried. Now, So I may put that on there, you know, because I mean I haven't found a home for this thing. So it's got number 52 on there. But basically, and then I've got to do November, so I might do November across there. So I might, I'll end up, because I've done so much work on this one, I could probably, I'll be getting rid of the top. That's okay. Maybe just get a little bit of it. And this was representing a sun, so I could probably get rid of that as well, unless we just chop that off there. Which I may do. Susanna the slacker, but it's not me so much being slack. It's more I'm utilising this piece, and this piece can now find a home rather than just hanging around my craft room. It was inspired by this piece, so I'm going to utilise this piece. So we'll still stick that down. I'll end up losing some of my fence. So there we go. Scissors. I'll keep that background. And so what we were going to do, well, if you have the kit, it was put in. So I did the felt for the roof. That was a background, and then this was some of the garden, which I probably will still stick in the side actually, because I quite like that. And I could almost put this on the side. Looks like a bit like a river. I kind of like it. Okay, we'll chop the top of that. There goes my gate. As long as I don't chop my these ones. There we go. I'm actually rather happy that this has found a home. It's just sort of been floating around my my craft room. And now it's getting a bit of a home. What I might do, because this is the, I might stick it underneath. Have my the little river. Then we could probably put a bit of a nice little garden bed along here. Whether I do that bit. Got the edging. I think this is like Liberty fabric from a hanky, one of those new Liberty fabric hankies. Don't know if I fold it double. Going along there like that. Probably get away with not even having the back, to be honest. And then rather than that being sky, that can be like a river. We have that coming over the top. I reckon so. Then we could probably put something there. Put that guy back. Maybe we put a post box there. That could be the sun. Oh well, I'm not even going to use this. This can be used for something else. And same with that. So I've got a spare, kit. Because you won't see the back of that. So what I might do is, where is my, put so much work into this, I might as well use it. So it's going to be my slacker piece. So I'm just going to have to invisible stitch. Quickest stitching ever. How awesome is that? I wonder if Corinne watches this and has a chuckle. And yeah, you know, I mean, it was just a tad long, so get as close as we can. I think it's a fairly thick piece of background fabric, so I'll stick that underneath. Still got to finish my little squirrel. Still is quite a bit longer than what it needs to be. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut some of my French knots. There we go. Yeah, remember the trip in the car doing these? Took a while. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's sort of hanging over. The next one I'll just put over the top of that. I don't really want to cut off any more. No, I'm gonna have to do it over the top, I think. It's quite a bit over. Oh well. I've got a bit more room on there, so my little stream at the side of the house. Yep. Oh, that's exactly the right size. There we go. Thinking it's going to be too small, and it's the right size. Okay. There we go. Huge pair of scissors. And then what I'm going to have to do is do the word November, and I'm going to just draw it by hand. Just copy that writing there. just see it. Oh, once it's stitched, it'll be right. B, E, R. There we go. That'll work. I might just give this part here a haircut just so I can get in the E. There we go. So I'll do it with a darker colour, and that way it's at least in. There we go. So I might just pin this down for now. And then use the November. I'm going to stitch the November. And then I can, because this is done, I can do the work a little bit more on my other piece. Okay, stitch this down. There we go. Hold it down. So the stitching I'll do today will be the word. Hold that here. Maybe have it going that way so it doesn't prick me. And I'll do the that stitching, you know, the invisible stitch off camera, because that's a bit boring for you guys to watch. So if you have a little bit of a closer look of what I've done here. Now, I want a darker colour, but not massively dark. I'll probably end up doing that. I might do it in that one. Will that come across on there? I'll have a look. Hope so. Okay. So it gives you a bit of an idea, a bit of a rundown on this. If you've got this, this is going to become the sky on the top. The layout of it was how it was going to be. That is the actual house. Then that's the roof. So you just trace it. And I think this was the door. So because it's and then this 45 that everyone got, it's one of these things, so you just turn it over and you stick it above the door. And then, yeah, so because it's felt, it's really forgiving. And then this little guy, I was going to have as the, the next door got new neighbours, and he's got a motorbikes, and that sounds like his Harley. It's very rumbly, so I hope you can't hear it too much. And then that's the garden. Then you can do a couple of little, you know, garden beds coming out of there. So there you go. I quite like it. So I will do a little bit of stitching with you. I'll start off on the November. Oh, it sounds like the whole floor's rumbling. I can feel it under my feet. Yeah, they're noisy guys. Oh, thank goodness he's only just sort of just turning it over, maybe. I don't know. Now, so, this is a nice, good feeling. I better put another pin in there because if we're going to be stitching, I definitely want it to not move on me. I did put the that glue, but it doesn't seem to be gripping. Okay, well that November will hold it down, some of it. Okay, so we're just going to be starting here and going to do a back stitch. I'll probably be turning it over a bit. Hopefully we're still in camera. Yep. Okay. So well done to all you guys that have, you know, stuck with this through the whole year. We're nearly done. The next year's one is it is not a stitchery I've done, so next month. Being December, it's a Christmassy one. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Oh my goodness. Keep turning and turning, but that's, yeah, because I don't want to stick my head in. Hopefully we're grabbing it from the back. I'll have a look in a minute. This background fabric is pretty thick. Yep, I am. So there we go. I'll probably just do the N, and then I will turn it off. This is a nice quick video, and I had every intention when I started filming this morning of doing, you know, the bits that I've got here, but I just think it makes more sense for me to use what I've got, and at least this lovely piece is not floating around my craft room anymore, and it's actually being put into place. I've got another one in a journal that I made, and one that Rachel had made for me. That's where I was inspired from her piece. Okay, so this is probably the month of November for the calendar is only going to be one video because it's pretty much done. And you girls are clever enough to figure out how to do it by yourself. You can see that the pattern's there. If I want to, I could probably stitch down a fence. That'll help keep that down. Like just draw a couple of lines and then just do a fence. I might do that just to hold it down. Oh, that's as crooked as a dog's hind leg. It's because it's come out here crooked. So I've got to better do that a bit straighter. Okay. Now, so the next video I've got to do too, which will be a fairly quick one as well because I've already got a piece for it, which is the Botanical Beauties, and it's the Primrose, and I've had that one floating around in my little project box for a while, and I knew exactly where it was going to go because I had the most lovely fabric which I got in England, which had primroses on it. So it's going to be a nice fabric that I put on there and just do a bit of thread painting over it and doing a bit more on the background fabrics. So yeah, like I said, I'll just do the N, and then I'll just switch it off because, you know, it's a little boring, and I need to make sure that this is going to be sitting down. So I'll do the N and then do some invisible stitch behind the scenes, because having all these pins in there is the pits. They certainly jab you. Okay, make it. There we go. Okay. Well, got to start on me November. Oh, it's going higher and lower. It's cute. I do like it. There you go, how you can make things work for you. So I'm just going to go behind the scenes, do some invisible stitch. Okay, where's my threads that I can do the invisible stitch with? They're here somewhere. Oh, here we go. And that will work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, guys. Yeah, 27 minutes. You know, you could spend a bit of time even just doing something simple. So I'll go back and finish off the October. I've got to do do that and do, hold the leaves down. And I better put a pin in there. Don't want him going anywhere. So I'll just do the same as what I've done there. He's so cute, really cute. Okay, and then we've got December. We are done. Woohoo! So the next video will be me working on my primrose. So yeah, I may come back because it might be good to do the fence. I think that will hold that whole lot down. So you'll either see it in the thumbnail or in the next video when I work on the December. So okay, guys, well, yep, November's a nice quick one for me, maybe not for you, but I've done all this work really doing heaps of French knots, and yeah, so I thought I might as well just put it on there. That was a bit of an old quilt, and then it's got little eyebrows. So when you do this with your bit of felt, cut out the shape, and then this here, draw it out, and then you can do just some satin stitch where you just sort of, just stitch it in. I think I may have done that on there. Just stitch in like you're doing an eyebrow. That's what they look like, those old little houses. Okay, guys, well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.